The best drip coffee makers in 2024 are proof you don't need to make pour over to make a good cup. Even the most hardcore coffee nerds will nod approvingly at these. Brewing great coffee means juggling lots of variables. The ratio of coffee to water, grind size, water temperature, brew time, and agitation can affect how sweet, bitter, or sour your coffee tastes. And while manual brew methods like pour over or French press give you full control to customize your brews, getting fussy with thermometers and scales isn't for everyone, especially first thing in the morning. Luckily for anyone who needs well-made coffee before their eyes are fully open, automatic drip coffee brewers have greatly improved in the last 5 years. Actually, the best drip coffee makers have tech that rivals lots of espresso machines. In terms of temperature and brewing control, they're much closer to a fastidiously made carafe of pour-over coffee than they are to the brute force method that comes with, say, an average K-cup single-serve coffee maker. And they are oh so convenient. Even a basic budget model offers the ability to set it the night before and wake up to pleasant coffee aromas wafting into your bedroom, and a full pot waiting for you as soon as you come downstairs. You can and should expect great coffee from a drip coffee maker. If that kind of carefree, no-hassle coffee lifestyle sounds appealing, read on for our top picks for drip coffee makers. For more about how we tested which coffee makers you shouldn't consider, and tips on how to make the best cup of coffee, watching this video. Number 1. OXO Brew 9 Cup Stainless Steel Coffee Maker. Reliable and convenient. If you enjoy convenient features such as an auto brew function, the OXO Brew 9 Cup Coffee Maker is for you. It has a sleek design and interface with a handy auto brew timer function, and its well-made thermal carafe keeps coffee hot for hours. This reliable drip machine makes good coffee, though we did find it a little less reliably nuanced than the brews from our other picks. But unlike our other picks, the OXO Brew 9 Cup Coffee Maker lets you wake up to a fresh, already brewed pot. Pros: neither the Ratio 6 nor the OXO 8 Cup are programmable. You pretty much just press a button and coffee happens. The OXO 9 Cup allows users to program their brewer to start making coffee at a certain time. Like the OXO 8 Cup, there's an option to brew either a smaller or larger batch, but the OXO 9 Cup doesn't come with an insert. As I noted above, the OXO 9 Cup did some interesting things during the brew cycle. Instead of a continuous stream of water, it seemed to dispense water in spurts. We don't think that had a perceptible effect on the final flavor of the coffee, but it does show that the folks at OXO are paying attention to how people brew coffee, and we imagine they'll continue to improve on their drip machines. Cons: my biggest complaint was the conical brew bed, which extracted lighter roasted coffees better, but didn't let the slightly darker coffee blend shine. The latter tasted drier, which could indicate over-extraction. Number 2. Ninja CFP 301 Dual Brew Pro Specialty 12 Cup Drip Maker. The Ninja Dual Brew does a bit of everything. It delivers rich, flavorful coffee in various sizes from 4 ounces up to 55 ounces. You aren't limited to traditional grinds and filters, as this model has an easy-to-insert K-cup adapter for quick single-serve coffee. An extensive control panel lets you choose different brew styles, though the specialty espresso-like brew pales in comparison to the real thing. Other quality-of-life features, like an adjustable water tank, milk frother, and separate hot water line, may make this somewhat pricey coffee maker worth the splurge. If you've brewed coffee in a traditional coffee maker before, you should have no problem using the Ninja Dual Brew. I tested the other 2 brew styles, rich and over ice, using the exact same settings and grind measurements as my classic brew. When using the rich brew style, it actually makes slightly less coffee, so my 8-ounce brew became 7 ounces. It took slightly under 3 minutes to brew and was 145 degrees Fahrenheit, 62 degrees Celsius. After tasting the coffee, there wasn't a noticeable difference from the classic brew. I ended up testing on larger size settings with similar results. For the over ice brew, Ninja says that it'll produce a more concentrated brew and suggests that you fill whatever vessel the coffee is dispensing into full of ice. I followed the instructions and made the same 8-ounce brew, which took just under 3.5 minutes. Some of the ice melted, while the drink's temperature immediately after brewing was 42 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius. As an avid iced coffee drinker, I really wanted this feature to work great, and to my surprise, it did. Unlike when you throw ice cubes in hot coffee, it wasn't watered down, plus it was cool and refreshing as soon as it finished brewing. The Ninja Dual Brew Pro is a great coffee maker for people who want the flexibility and convenience to brew with grounds or pods all in one coffee maker. From the frothing tool and display with the illuminating progress bar to the removable water vessel, even the small details are well considered. For the average coffee maker at home, this is a great option. Number 3. Technivorm Moccamaster Burr Coffee Grinder. The Moccamaster was the very first machine to receive the SCA Gold Cup standard, and, as a result, set the standard for a higher level of drip coffee machine. It still does insofar as it makes as good a cup of coffee as you could possibly expect from a drip machine. In 2021, the newest Moccamaster came out with the new ability to brew Gold Cup coffee half a carafe at a time. That means that if you live solo or your partner is a tea drinker, you don't need to make more coffee than you need in the morning. This is also a dead simple machine to use. Besides the full carafe or half carafe brew cycles, it has nothing but an on-off switch. If you're into customizing settings, you might feel a little bored by this machine, but if all you want is the best pot of coffee you can get in the morning with the least work, you can't do better than Technivorm. The only person who would not benefit from the Moccamaster is someone who enjoys a single cup a day. If you want a simple, stylish brewer with a long warranty, consider the Technivorm Moccamaster KBT. Its tall, streamlined design features a good thermal carafe and a barebones interface. It comes with a 5-year warranty, which is better than that of our other picks. And all of our tasters enjoyed its coffee, rating it highest alongside our pick. The machine also includes a unique switch that lets you fully or partially close the bottom of the filter basket, so you have some manual control over the brewing process. At the start, you can close it completely to fully saturate, aka bloom, the grounds, intensifying flavor and ensuring an even brew. You can also partially close it to slow the flow of hot water through your grounds. But as far as controls, that's pretty much it, besides an on-off switch. For a brewer that lacks user-friendly features such as a programmable timer and descaling reminders, the Moccamaster KBT is on the pricier side, but the ease of use, 5-year warranty, great coffee, and reputation for longevity make it a worthwhile investment. Number 4. DeLonghi TrueBrew Drip Coffee Maker. The easy-to-use DeLonghi TrueBrew starts with whole beans and does it all for you, producing a single cup or a whole pot of coffee at the touch of a button. But it's expensive, and we got better tasting coffee from dedicated pour-over coffee or espresso setups. It makes fresh, delicious coffee with very little effort. DeLonghi coffee machines have wowed us in the past for their ability to make delicious, cafe-grade coffee available to the average home consumer, and this machine is no different. The intuitive interface requires almost no manual reading or self-teaching before you can get started. All of the menu options are easy to decipher, and there are plenty of ways to customize your cup, from size to strength to bean type. Most importantly, the TrueBrew produces some seriously delicious coffee. I enjoyed sipping everything from the full-bodied espresso to surprisingly strong iced coffee. The conical burr grinder automatically adjusts dosage and coarseness according to the selection, and coffee comes out with a fresh aroma and full-bodied flavor to appease any coffee lover. It has a variety of drink and size options. No more fighting with your partner over whether to invest in an espresso machine, drip coffee maker, or high-quality grinder. This machine offers it all, with the ability to brew everything from espresso to fresh drip to iced coffee. And the customizability echoes a coffee shop experience, with the ability to choose between 3 coffee cup sizes, a 24-ounce thermos, and a 40-ounce carafe for entertaining. It's the easiest, most convenient way to streamline a variety of coffee cravings and experiences, without having to invest in multiple machines that could break the bank and monopolize your kitchen space. Upkeep is a breeze. Often, the most annoying part of making coffee is the cleanup. Coffee machines with built-in grinders, especially, can sometimes be more trouble than they're worth due to poor design. But TrueBrew is different. Regular cleanup for this machine couldn't be simpler. The control panel will display a notification when it's time to empty the waste containers. Then, just pull open the front part of the machine and remove the disposal water container, drip tray, and coffee grounds container, empty and rinse them, and place them back in the machine. The water container, coffee grounds container, and carafe are all dishwasher safe, too, so you can forego the hand washing step for these parts. When it's time to decale the machine, the screen will also notify you. And following the manual's instructions makes this process a breeze, too. Number 5. Best Smart Drip Coffee Maker, Cafe Specialty Drip Coffee Maker. With the Cafe Specialty, you can wake up and ask your coffee machine, via Alexa or Google, to start brewing, and then by the time you've actually gotten out of bed and walked to the kitchen, a steaming pot will be ready. But being Wi-Fi enabled isn't the only reason this programmable model is smart. It also offers 4 different options for coffee strength, and the ability to choose a specific brew temperature between 185 and 205 degrees. In our testing, the Cafe Specialty was among the fastest coffee makers, able to fill its carafe in just over 6 minutes. Plus, we love its look and sleek and elegant take on the classic drip machine. We will say that the coffee it made on the medium strength setting came out a little weak for our taste. We'd suggest the Gold mode instead, which uses the Specialty Coffee Association's Golden Cup ratio of grounds to water. The major negative with this machine is its high price. It offers a ton of ways to customize your brew, but those options come at a major cost. It's also fairly large in physical size given its smallish capacity, with a footprint that's bigger than a foot square. The Cafe Specialty will most likely have to stay on the counter, but it'll